I'm Anton. The year 1936.
Now is not a history lesson.
You see, at the time, the current Matsutori Jaguars were established to represent the elbow-shaped prefectures. The name Jaguars has been in use since 1947.
It's just a teacher's professional baseball crap.
Not again.
That's enough with the baseball talk.
Our homeroom teacher, Mr. Kono, is a big baseball fan. Once he starts talking about baseball like this, the class doesn't get anywhere.
Hey boys, clean up properly.
Aura!
Teacher?
Get in! Between third base, back home, back home!
He would even take the initiative and start playing baseball with the cleaning tools while we were cleaning. My name is Kotaro Fuchigami, a sophomore in high school. For some reason, Mr. Kono always tried to compete with me at every turn.
Alright, a 3-ball game.
Teacher, we're in the middle of a club activity.
During club activities, he stands on the pitcher's mound without permission and wants to play with me. I'm not even his advisor. Ugh. Teacher seemed pretty confident in his pitching. But I was in charge of pitching fourth and had played in the Koshien last year. So I beat him every time.
Damn it.
There's no need to be that depressed. Then one day…
Well, the pitcher, Joinan Suijiri at that time was really amazing.
Maybe I'll sleep. The teacher, who had once again derailed the class and started talking about baseball, was constantly sharing his knowledge of the game. Since it had nothing to do with my studies, I decided to go to sleep.
In the past, it was said that the Jaguars were the best, but in recent years… Hey, Kotaro! Kotaro!
Hey, Kotaro, get up for God's sake! This is not good. Takano is…
However, I was tired from club activities day after day and didn't wake up too easily.
Looks like you're getting carried away just because you've made a bit of a name for yourself on the baseball team, Kotaro. You know, I too used to have a pretty strong shoulder when I was a student.
Hey, Kotaro!
Let me show you guys my laser beam move.
It seems that the teacher took the chalk in his hands and moved to his pitching form.
I'll show you my control.
Hey, Kotaro!
Yeah.
At that moment, I woke up from my slumber and looked up as quickly as I could, but…
Ah!
The chalk the teacher released hit me directly in the right eye. The impact made me fall back in my chair.
Kotaro?
Strike! Well, that's roughly the sort of thing. How was it?
Then… I felt an intense pain I'd never felt before.
What's going on? My eye! My eye! Hey, Kotaro!
The chalk that was thrown with all its might had pierced my eye. The classroom was instantly in an uproar.
Oh dear.
Get out of the way! But please pull it out! Pull it out quickly!
No. It's better to pull it out forcefully. It's dangerous to touch it too. I'm calling an ambulance right now.
My classmate called for Mr. Anton, who was passing by, and I was rushed to the hospital.
It's a ruptured eyeball. The lens, vitreous, and other tissues inside the eyeball have overflowed from the preceding wound.
So when will it heal? I'd like to recover and get back as soon as possible, because I play baseball.
I'm afraid you won't be able to see out of your right eye again.
What? At that moment, a crack ran through my life. And then it collapsed with a resounding crash. No way! Somehow a transplant or something!
The muscles and blood vessels around the eyeball function by suturing. But the transplantation of the lens, iris, and retina has not yet become possible. The optic nerve, which carries visual information, must also be sutured at the neuronal level. Otherwise, information cannot be transmitted. In other words, modern medicine cannot transplant the eye itself. From now on, you'll have to live with a prosthetic eye.
Eye removal. I was still a teenager, but the diagnosis was just too cruel. I had to have one of my eyes surgically removed. I lost the sight in one eye. As a result, I was given a disability rating of residual disability rating 1. Life after that was miserable. A sense of distance and death is first obtained when both eyes are working properly. And of course, I had to give up baseball, which requires precise visual function. I'm so sorry, you guys. I had several gonna win this year, and I felt bad for my friends who I'd been training hard with. The burden of seeing with one eye what I'd been seeing with both eyes became too much to handle. As a result, I suffered from chronic penetrating headaches, stiff shoulders, and strain in the other eye. How could this happen? And what I was concerned about was the whereabouts of the perpetrators to blame. However, while I was in the hospital, not only the principal, but even the homeroom teacher who was involved in the incident did not come to see me. Mom tried to file a claim for damage against the school, but it seems that the school denies that they violated their duty of care for my safety.
It's his fault for falling asleep in class, Mom. It's the teacher's duty to scold the student, is it not?
The incident this time was an accident. What the teacher did was within the scope of instructions. He didn't even apologize or admit his guilt. A month later, I was finally able to return to school, but...
Hey, don't you doze off in my class again.
What the hell? Instead of apologizing, he threatened me.
A vacant position is opened in my grass baseball team, and I'm looking for a substitute. How about you, Kotaro? You don't have any club activities, and you must be free.
Teacher, Kotaro's eyes!
Oops, sorry, I forgot about that.
Even in the homeroom, he showed no sign of remorse, and even tried to make fun of me.
Oh, by the way, the days of Matsukata and Joinan Suijiri were great. My name is Hirohisa Takano. I'm a high school teacher. I'm in the middle of my 6th dimension. Another 30 minutes and this depressing lesson is going to finish. I'm going to the batting center after school again today. I was itching to get out of there and swing the bat. I tried to pass the rest of the time carelessly, but... Oh, what happened to Kotaro? He was there the hour before, wasn't he? Before I knew it, I noticed that Kotaro, who had just returned to school, was no longer there. Is he skipping class? At that moment... Oh, Kotaro! Where in the world... When I thought Kotaro had showed up... What? A bowgun? In his hand was a bowgun. I got it for you through a back alley deal. Kotaro! What are you saying? Put that dangerous thing down!
I've been wondering about it for a long time.
Kotaro's condition didn't seem to be so peaceful.
Why hasn't the teacher apologized to me?
Huh?
I was gonna forgive you if you'd made a sincere apology. But instead of apologizing, you just laughed at me with one eye!
Wait, I already told you! I was just warning you for dozing off!
Huh? What about my dream?
You didn't just crush my eye, you crushed my dream of becoming a professional baseball player too!
He really made a shot!
What about an apology for my dream? What about an apology for the life I've now lost? Kotaro had a look on his face that I had never seen before. Do you know what you're doing? You can't get away with such a thing with suspension or expulsion.
If you were blind in one eye, you would understand how I feel, wouldn't you?
Gah! If this went any further, I'll be done for. I was not in a position to talk him out of it, so I instinctively ran away from the classroom as fast as I could.
Hey, Kotaro!
But of course, Kotaro seemed to be chasing after me as well. And unable to match the leg strength of an active Koshin ball player, I was easily cornered in a dead end. So stop it, Kotaro! This is pointless! I keep telling you, it was you who was sleeping during a lesson in the first place!
We're not in the lesson.
Eh?
All talk is about baseball, and you weren't even teaching! Ah!
Kotaro's anger seemed to have reached its peak at this point. He pointed his bowgun at me and tried to pull the trigger, but…
No!
I quickly pulled out a piece of chalk from my pocket and threw it as hard as I could toward Kotaro's remaining left eye.
This is self-defense!
If I blind the other eye, it's the end. Now he can't complain about anything. Next moment.
Yo, that's enough!
Yusuke from the baseball team appeared.
Hey, you, don't move! Everyone's pissed off with you for destroying our race!
Everyone in the baseball team was helping me out. They were also frustrated with the teacher.
Stop it! Let go! Let go of me now! I really will, Kotaru! The strike zone is right here.
Ugh, I'll never miss again.
Stop it! Stop!
I raised my bowgun.
The end! Stop!
And then,
What's wrong, Kotaro?
Kotaro suddenly burst out laughing.
sorry. I didn't mean to trick you guys as well.
What? That eye? Kotaro's right eye was clean and without a scratch.
I received an eye.
You received it?
A doctor named Asagiri. It's a special surgery we're using, as it's yet unapproved regenerative medicine. One day, I was paid a surprise visit by a surgeon named Dr. Asagiri and his assistant. I can't use a regular eye registered in the eye bank. But then, I'll give you my eye.
Doctor?
To my surprise, he donated his own eye to me so that he could see my symptoms and operate on me. Why would you go that far? Having just one eye is enough, and I can fix it because I can. That's all. This man seemed to be a very skilled doctor, and he also seemed to be an unparalleled surgical operation maniac. And so that's how my eyesight was restored.
I see.
But the teacher never apologized at all, so I wanted to scare the hell out of him. Yes, I was willing to take a few risks in order to cause his bowgun fiasco. That's how much I didn't agree with his attitude. Teacher, how about it? Don't you think it's about time you apologized? But that's when it happened.
No!
What? The teacher suddenly picked up the bowgun I dropped.
Ha ha! Got my chance!
Ah! Perhaps I was too aggressive, but he still seemed to be in an agitated state and held the bowgun up to me. However, you must have been in such panic that you shot the bowgun in the opposite direction.
I'm Yuhei Abiko, and I'm the genius surgeon Dr. Juichiro Asagiri's assistant. After that, Kotaro returned to the baseball team brilliantly and is playing very well, even in the tournament.
I beg you, fix my eye too!
Back off, unless you want to get your other eye busted too.
Later, after petitions were collected from the students. In the end, it seems that Mr. Takano and the principal were fired for this incident.
No way!
Well, sometimes I still wonder. Why does a doctor go through such lengths to want to fix people? I was so surprised to give away his own eye.
Huh? Dr. Asagiri, what happened to your eyes?
Sometimes I get scared.
Don't worry about it.
Giving everything to someone else, and someday the doctor will disappear.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back again for more, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.